eyes on North Korea this weekend after the isolated nation launched a missile Saturday night. The rocket reached a height of more than 1,200 feet and flew over 430 miles before dropping into the Sea of Japan off of North Korea's east coast. The projectile does not appear to be an intercontinental ballistic missile. U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations Nikki Haley, reacting to the launch, called for Kim Jong-un to halt his missile program.
Having a missile test is not the way to sit down with the president, because he's absolutely not going to do it. And I can tell you, he can sit there and say all the conditions he wants. Until he meets our conditions, we're not sitting down with him.
President Trump said earlier this month he possibly could sit down with the North Korean leader, but in light of this weekend's missile launch, the White House is now calling for stronger sanctions against the communist nation. A Fox 5 I-Team investigation has found a staggering backlog of road projects in DeKalb County. Now, they found nearly 1 out of every 4 roads in the county needs repaving. Senior Fox 5 I-Team reporter Dale Russell and his team have crisscrossed the county to see the problems firsthand and to look for solutions.
Drive down a road, seemingly any road in DeKalb County, and chances are you will run into trouble. Miles and miles of metal grates, cracks, and crumbling roads and sidewalks.
When I hit this curve, it literally jerked my car back. It almost felt like I hit somebody else's car.
Thin black lines snake through the concrete, leading to pothole after sinkhole.
I was afraid maybe a child might fall in it.
The Fox 5 I-Team traveled across miles of county roads and examined county documents to see how big of a problem DeKalb is facing. We found a backlog of 4,722 work orders for road and drainage projects. Problems that people report and want fixed, like the sinkhole in front of Jennifer Hart's house.
It seems to be getting worse and worse. It seems to be some kind of a sinkhole.
For 3 years, Jennifer Hart tried to get the county to fix this. She even posted a complaint on Facebook and this video showing how rainwater didn't go down the drain, but down the broken hole.
If this is a sinkhole, which is what it appears to be, at some point it's going to open up. It's going to collapse.
Yes, it's dangerous. It's very dangerous. Look at the hole.
We did. Linda Van Arsdale's front yard looks like a crime scene. She's watched her road drainage problem turn into an ever-growing sinkhole. She's been fighting with the county to fix it for nearly 2 years. Well, maybe fighting isn't the right word.
I don't know if it's fair to say a fight, because it's so hard to get a hold of a living person.
According to our examination, DeKalb has 464 miles of roads that the county admits needs repaving. Nearly 1 out of every 4 roads in unincorporated DeKalb County.
People have been hitting this curve, and it's very dangerous.
And it's not always the road. At Evans Mill Road in Lithonia, Shantae Shields says people constantly keep hitting this storm drain that she says juts out into the roadway.
I fear for other people, that have kids in the car.
While we were talking, 2 cars stopped, and the drivers told us they too had hit the curb.
Messed up people's tire a whole lot all the time.
Right, thank you.
Destroy your car to another side. That's great.
Yes, ma'am.
Mike Finley busted a brand new tire on his pickup.
When it sounded like when it hit it, I heard the air come.
I am very upset. I'm not going to lie. I just got my car. I have a brand new car. And for it to get damaged that fast and I have to pay all this money out of pocket, it's ridiculous.
So how does DeKalb stack up with other counties that have problems of their own? Well, last year, Gwinnett County resurfaced 130 miles, Cobb 65 miles, City of Atlanta 50 miles, and DeKalb County repaved only 35 miles.
It's been a challenge. I can't defend it. I apologize to all citizens who've been negatively impacted by it.
Newly elected CEO Michael Thurman campaigned on fixing DeKalb's roads. He's well aware of the problems, and here's the complaints.
Potholes, all day, every day. That's just a major issue, north and south, east and west.
Thurman says the problem is simple. DeKalb doesn't have enough money. But earlier this year, the legislature voted to give DeKalb citizens the option to pay an additional penny in taxes to pay for repaving. Thurman says the $300 million over 5 years it would bring will allow the county to triple or quadruple how many roads they can pave.
The good news is that we are moving in a new direction. There is a pathway forward. It will be a pathway that will generate the revenue needed to maintain roads in a major urban area.
Dale Russell, Fox 5 News.
It's high school and college graduation season, and this 15-year-old will walk in both ceremonies. How she graduated college before she even finished high school. But first, a former UGA player gets good news after trying out for the Falcons. You'll hear from him next in Fox 5 Sports. On Fox 5 News at 6, Trayvon Martin is given a posthumous degree. We'll take you to the special ceremony next. And Jeff has weather.
All right, thanks a lot, Deidre. After a beautiful day today, it looks like a crisp, cool night tonight. Clear skies, should see temperatures once again down into the 50s to right around 60. Then it starts to get warm as we head into this upcoming week. More on that in the forecast coming up.
Fox 5.
Double congratulations in order for one Georgia teen. Christy Taylor of Cleveland graduated from the University of North Georgia a week ago. And get this, she's only 15 years old. Well, Fox 5's Natalie Foles spoke with Taylor, who has another graduation in a few weeks, this time from high school.
At 13, most teens are getting ready for high school, but for Christy Taylor, she was getting ready to start college. And in 2 years, she'd have 2 college degrees and also be graduating from high school. I asked Christy about the transition from middle school to college. She said it was a pretty big one.
I was the only person in parent pickup. I went from people having their first boyfriends to people having their first husbands.
Just a few of the major differences between middle school and college that Christy Taylor had to grow accustomed to, considering she started college at the ripe old age of 13.
I made the highest MAP test scores in all the subjects, and they said, okay, we're just going to put you in college.
Saturday, Taylor, now 15 years old, graduated from the University of North Georgia a few weeks before her high school graduation.
So every class that I take here at the university will count back double through the high school.
Christy Taylor.
At first, my mom, she's like, you can't apply to college. You know, you've never been to high school. It's not possible. You can't do that.
For about a month, she kept every day saying, Mom, have you thought about it some more? And I said, yeah, no.
Finally, Taylor's mom was on board. Taylor's now the youngest to enroll full-time at the university. And in 2 weeks, she'll be the youngest to graduate from her high school. Taylor says she's got some advice for other teen girls thinking of starting college early.
Wear a lot of lipstick and stay away from the boys, and life's good. So.
This isn't the last you've seen of Christy. She tells me she does plan on pursuing a career in the medical field, and then she says she'd like to run for Senate. In Dahlonega, Natalie Foltz, Fox 5 News.
Well, boy, did you deliver, Jeff Hill. Great weather today.
Thank you. It was a beautiful day. And happy Mother's Day.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And hope everybody had a wonderful afternoon. The evening's going to be fantastic as well, with temperatures only slowly falling through the 70s all the way up till about midnight. So get out and enjoy that. Let's take a look at what's happening out there. No rainfall, no cloud cover, none of that stuff in our area for this afternoon or this evening. It's all down to the south, up to the north and east. In fact, we're really not going to have any storm system headed our way for quite some time. Area of low pressure right now in the upper Midwest, going to kind of stay there and actually start kind of pushing back a little bit as that low just kind of wraps up. Meanwhile, high pressure, big ridge of high pressure builds all the way across the East Coast as we head through this upcoming week, and that'll keep us warm. And in fact, it's going to start getting kind of hot as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. As far as the humidity goes, it's going to really start to return. So high pressure building in on top of us for tonight. We have light variable winds, clear skies that'll give us those cool temperatures again, with lows tomorrow morning all the way down into the 50s for most, close to 60 or maybe low 60s in and around the city of Atlanta. Then the high starts pushing a little bit off to our east. So tomorrow the humidity will still be in check, although it's going to warm up. We're going to get all the way into the upper 80s. But then as that high slips a little farther off to the east, that's when the winds will start coming back up out of the south and west. It'll draw some of that Gulf moisture back our way, and I think you'll start to feel the increase in humidity as we get into Tuesday and Wednesday. But it's going to take all the way until next weekend before we ever see a chance of showers returning. In fact, it may hold off until Sunday. of next weekend. So pretty much all this week coming up is going to be dry, but it's going to be on the hot side. Here's a look at the almanac. High temperature today wasn't hot, but pretty comfortable. High temperature got up to 82. Low this morning was 60, put us 1 degree above normal. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 6:37. Going to be a beautiful start to the day. Again, no rainfall for today and for the month. Just a little bit below normal and just a little bit above normal for the year. So a beautiful view downtown Atlanta. We've got the clear traffic coming through, so rush hour tomorrow morning is going to be fantastic. 82 degrees. Dew point right now at 56 degrees warmer right now than it was yesterday at the same time. We have an east wind at 6 miles an hour. But I think that wind is going to be quite variable and light overnight tonight. 81 right now in Calhoun. We've got 82 in McDonough, 83 in Noonan, 81 in Zebulon, 83 over in Athens, 82 in Edenton. You head off to the west, temperatures there in the low 80s, 84 in LaGrange, 83 in Barnesville. It's 81 in Dawsonville, 80 right now in Gainesville. So for tonight, look for those temperatures again, really slowly falling. 73 at 11 o'clock tonight. Then it'll get a little bit chilly as we get into early tomorrow morning, maybe down to around 63 or so. Average low temperature 60, but much cooler outside the perimeter. You're talking probably mid to upper 50s for most, even some low 50s up in Blairsville, where temperatures this morning were in the upper 40s. 61 in Covington, 61 in Griffin, and then the high temperatures tomorrow. Look at this warm up all the way up to 88 here in Atlanta, 90 in Covington, 91 in Athens, 90 in Edenton, 90 down in Thomas. So the forecast for tonight, look for clear skies, cool temperatures, 56 to 63. And then for tomorrow, lots of sunshine and warm. The high temperature anywhere from 84 to 90. Here's a look at the extended forecast, 90 on Tuesday, 89 on Wednesday. Again, humidity will start to increase, so a little more cloud cover will build in the afternoon. Only a 20% chance of a pop-up shower or thunderstorm Friday, Saturday. Better chance next Sunday, 40% chance, but it's going to stay warm, only dropping into the low 80s by Sunday. Deidre?
Thank you, Jeff. A local nonprofit program is helping seniors in their assisted living communities, and today they are raising funds for elderly mothers in need. Wesley Woods Senior Living has almost 2,000 seniors here in Georgia. Each Mother's Day, they work with 900 churches across the state to collect a special offering for their residents. Organizers say over half of their residents live below the poverty line and struggle with paying for health care.
It's important to us because so many people are living much longer than they used to, and they're outliving their financial resources. And it's very helpful to have a retirement community like Wesley Woods here in Atlanta.
Last year, Wesley Woods received over $245,000 in donations to cover financial costs for their residents. 5 years after his death, Trayvon Martin will get an honorary college degree. Martin was shot and killed by George Zimmerman, a neighborhood watchman, after a violent confrontation. Well, this weekend, Martin's parents accepted this posthumous degree. Fox's Robin Simmons was at the ceremony.
Florida Memorial University has taken the unusual step to confer this posthumous degree award because your son has come to mean so much to so many.
This commencement season offering a bittersweet day for Sabrina Fulton and Tracy Martin. They accepted a posthumous bachelor's degree in aeronautical science for their son Trayvon at Florida Memorial University in Miami Gardens.
This was a day that we planned for as parents. We just wish that we would have watched him walk across the stage.
Their son was killed 5 years ago while visiting his father in Sanford. The admitted killer, George Zimmerman, acquitted after using the stand your ground defense. Martin was a senior at Crop Senior High School. He would have been part of the class of 2017 had he lived.
To say that we're thankful is an understatement. I think that this just shows what this community, how they feel, how they believe in our family, how they believe in our foundation.
His parents created a foundation in their son's name to put a face on gun violence and how it impacts families and communities. This college degree, just one more way Trayvon Martin leaves a legacy.
This is a great partnership that the Trayvon Martin Foundation has with Florida Memorial University. 20 years ago, I graduated from here, and it just means so much to me.
A lot of people have entertained the idea of cosmetic surgery, but if you're thinking hard about it, we'll show you warning signs that a surgeon may not be a good fit for you. And the Miss USA pageant is tonight. Coming up, we take you behind the scenes as the contestants gear up for the big crown.